Good afternoon. Doing daylight hours this time. After getting darker earlier. My name is Barry Selby. Welcome to my Facebook Live, and I'm continuing a topic I started yesterday because it's all over social media today, and so I wanted to add some points and some deeper perspective on today's topic, which is sexual harassment. Or I should say it's the most up in the media topic, distracting us from other things that are more important perhaps in one context, and I'll break that down in a second. So, thanks for joining me. Let me get started. My name is Barry Selby. I am hey Brandy, nice to have you in my broadcast. This is a Facebook Live that will end up on YouTube, so I'll be responding to people on Facebook Live, but not on YouTube because I can't do interactive there. This is my daily Facebook Live. This is number 132 of Messages from the Masculine. Yes, daily broadcasts are getting up there now and count. And before I get to that, let me introduce myself, what I do. I'm Barry Selby, relationship attraction expert, best-selling author and speaker, passionate champion for the divine feminine, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. And this topic started yesterday because of the news article that came out about Harvey Weinstein, and a bunch of other people starting to come to light, and this whole thematic's been happening for a while with Roger Ailes and a couple other guys at Fox News and Bill Cosby and all these different people. There are so many, to be honest, secrets coming out now that I'm wondering if there actually is a bigger thing being orchestrated, but that may be for another topic. What I want to speak to today, I shared yesterday my frustration with this and my upset because, for those who know me, I am very passionate about supporting women and having what they want, what they deserve, what they desire, and honoring themselves, and to see men not respecting that pisses me off, to be clear about that. So today I want to add a different flavor to the conversation because I've been reading some other posts and commenting on some articles, and I put up a post up earlier today which has already got quite a few responses about is it time we make sexual harassment a criminal offence, particularly for celebrities. Now the thing is, what really was interesting is I didn't say which gender to which gender, which is a whole other piece of the conversation we didn't talk about yesterday. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm remembering some people can't hear my broadcast very well, so let me plug these in, because some people want to see that. All right. Okay. Should be able to hear me a bit better now. Especially those people on YouTube. For some reason, when I take my Facebook Lives from on YouTube, the volume goes down. So this hopefully will keep it going louder. All right, so getting back to topic. So there's been a lot of people are upset. Understandably, and I was upset too. When I did my broadcast yesterday, I spoke about this. And when I posted, this is what I said, when I posted my article today, or I should say I posted a statement earlier today about, is it time that sexual harassment becomes a criminal offence, including for celebrities? And it started to get some interesting responses. Now, one thing I'm very aware of, and I'm watching the comments that are in there underneath it, is I didn't specify which gender was which gender, meaning that there are men who are sexually harassed by women as well. Nowhere near as obviously and as overtly, because, to be honest, men take it differently. Because, for one thing, okay, that's an interesting thought that just came up. Let me try this out. I'll see where it lands. There is this sense for women of being defensive because they're being invaded energetically. When a man is harassed by a woman, it's taken unusually as let me qualify this, I'm saying this, it feels to a lot of men like a challenge, not an invasion. Now, if a man's in his feminine, which I was for a long time, I definitely felt that invasive energy, so I understand how it feels being a feminine, energetic, and being pushed on by a masculine energy, even though it's gender reversed in this context. That's a whole other topic I'm thinking of. Okay, that'll come up later. Let me stay on top for this one, because I want to get to the point about what I made the title about. But the reality of what's been happening in the media with these celebrities who have used their celebrity status to get away with sexual perversion, harassment, misogyny, all these things, it's not. I mean, it's good it's coming to light now. After the last, 3 people from Fox News that got outed, plus Bill Cosby last year. I mean, those different people that have been outed for this. So, first of all, in that post I made about making sexual harassment a criminal offence, there is a debate on the level of what counts as sexual harassment. Now, and the thing is, what somebody commented on was very much about, well, if somebody says they have a nice dress, is that sexual harassment? It's really about, you got to feel into it. What I'm talking about, where somebody is inappropriately touched, sexualized, invaded energetically or physically, I mean, having some of the stories that came out, for example, with Senor Weinstein, who apparently couldn't get a woman to come onto him, so he basically jerked off into a houseplant or something like that in the story. That's not a light thing. That is serious harassment and sexual perversion. And I talked about yesterday, I'm trying to get off the frustration level because that wasn't where I wanted to stay today. This is part 2, which hopefully has some solutions in it. And I'm trusting that they'll come through because I'm doing this on a very in-the-moment spontaneous talk. The one thing is, for those of you who are getting very triggered by this, and I'll say this as carefully as I can, if you're being very triggered by this, what is triggering you? Now, particularly the ladies watching this, is it triggering you from the point of view that you've had the same thing happen to you? And if you haven't, what's triggering you? Is it the feeling of men being violating to women in general? Maybe you have some background in this, where it's been abuse or hurt or rape even. I know, look, many women I know have had that experience, unfortunately, and that's another one that drives me crazy, because I have this frustration with that men do not respect women, which is a whole other topic. But in this context, attempting to stay on track and keep this to the titled theme that I started with, how you react to this is very telling in terms of how can you observe your reaction and not be caught up in the distress of it. For a lot of women I've talked to, both online and also in person, this is a very uncomfortable experience because there's a violation at stake that transcends like a husband and wife. It transcends because it impacts so many other women and so many other people. But as I said yesterday, the biggest piece about this in a lot of ways for men is there's a tie-in to power and control, which many men think they are either, one, have the right to do on other people, men and women, two, are afraid of losing, so they're going to keep perpetrating it, and three, it's the only way they feel happy. None of those three are good. None of them. So, for you ladies out there watching this in particular, because that's most of my audience, so there's a lot of men watching, which is great, and I'm glad you're in the conversation. How you respond to sexual harassment, it's because there's some people say, well, they put up with it because they got the great job and the great shot in the movie and it made their career. My question becomes this, and it's a big question to answer, so sit with it. If you as a woman are sexually harassed by somebody in the business you're in, how attached are you to the business that you're put up with such an invasion, a violation, and an abuse? How willing are you to walk away from that, or maybe even transcend it, because you don't know what's going to happen? Perhaps it's going to be a situation where if you do call them out on it, out them, report them, whatever that is, especially if it's something that is real. I mean, I'm talking about the stuff that does happen out there. You know, the Hollywood couch thing's been happening. I mean, it's a famous part of the Hollywood scene for the last 60, 70, 80, 90 years. And nobody thought this was going to happen? Something missing there. But the reminder that for us as human beings outside the Hollywood scene, perhaps, there's a distinct opportunity, I believe, to bring this conversation forward. Because for many men in regular life, they may not be aware that they're treading on the toes and stepping over the line into sexual harassment, and women have been afraid to respond to them. So perhaps part of this conversation is, ladies, can you be blunt and caring enough to speak to men that have invaded your space and become harassing, to stop them in their tracks and show them a better way that would change perhaps their life for the better, and yours as well? Is there a possibility that most of the men who are unaware of this could be educated? I'm thinking yes. I don't believe the mass majority of men are like these examples of Harvey Weinstein and Roger Ailes and all these other characters in the media who've gotten away with this. I believe most men who are unaware of this would be acting differently if they were aware. So part of this conversation, this context, is to throw on the table some ideas, to start being part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Because yesterday my Facebook Live was probably more about the problem than on the solution. So I want to bring a different perspective, because if you know my work, you know what I'm about solutions. So, so I wanted to put this on the table and bring this conversation up to throw some ideas out, offer you some suggestions, and of course if you have any, please put them in the conversation too by typing them in. And if you do put this in the replay, I will answer the question. I will answer and comment later as well, so not just when I'm live. But I'm very aware that there's a societal issue going on. I mean, let me throw another piece in the conversation. In the post I did earlier, which was, should or is it time for sexual harassment to be a criminal offence? One of the comments that was put in there was about women being overtly sexy because they have boob jobs and lip jobs and they dress sexy and everything else. And the question, or the thing in the thread in the conversation was, well, should they then cover up? So I'm like, are you thinking about the Arabian countries with the hijabs and everything they wear to cover up their face and bodies and everything else? Is that the solution? I don't think so, because that's a repressive society. But do women have, and also do women have to curb their outfits, to dress like Amish women or something, to not be sexually attracted? It's like that's a limiting approach, because ladies, you should be allowed to dress any the way you frigging want. I mean, there's the was it the Free the Nipple Day that happened back in, was it May? Happens every year, which is about women have upset the fact that they can't walk around top just like men can, because men and women both have nipples, so why can't women dress that way? It's because, okay, here we go with this one. Women have been sexualized massively for many, many decades, millennia even. So we, as men who run society, the masculine runners of society, have perpetrated laws and rules where women have to be on the defensive, protect themselves by hiding how they look, to not be risking themselves to be attacked by men. Yes, attacked by men. That's an effed up society. There's a definite, and you know, I'm talking about, you know, what may be centuries of imprinting, so I can't say we just fix it like that, but it's something that may be time to start changing the course of this very slow moving ship, to change direction slightly, so eventually we have a different way of looking at women. Perhaps. I don't know if it could be done quickly or long term, because I don't believe Harvey Weinstein being accused, being prosecuted, being punished will change the model. There's too much embedded in the way things are that an instant fix perhaps won't happen. I mean, Lorena Bobbitt solved the problem with this guy by chopping his dick off. That didn't stop every other man. So there's a distinct, this again is a conversation starter, I guess, like the last one was. The last one was more about talking about the problem, and this I want to focus more on ideas about solutions. And I'm aware that things that have happened in society that have been attempting to curb this behavior haven't made a difference yet. And so with Harvey Weinstein in particular, because he's the most current poster boy for bad behavior, it's pretty effed up. And the trouble is, it's not the end. Not by a long shot. I would like to think perhaps, there would be a mass rollout of accusers and accused in the Hollywood scene, rightfully so, not making things up, please, but rightfully so, where other men who've done this to women in the past, directors, producers, whatever they are, actors, I don't know, whoever, have used their position of power to control women's sexual freedom. Because that is wrong. Blatantly, categorically, and absolutely wrong. I mean, it is not cool, not true, not workable. So I'm throwing a lot of ideas out. I mean, if you're watching this, I mean, you may have guessed I'm not getting with an answer or a solution that's going to say this solves everything. But I wanted to put this on the table as an opportunity to think about, to have this conversation continued, and off of the spotlight focus of one person who did wrong, because there's a lot of focus on that right now. And this problem, this bad behavior, is happening everywhere. Yes, everywhere. So I like to think that I would want to be one of the men who's been part of the solution. Women who know me know that I am very passionate about this. And I don't have all the answers yet. So I welcome your input, your ideas and thoughts to add to the conversation. Maybe you've got some constructive solutions that will make a difference. Again, I posted a little meme earlier about, is it time that we make sexual harassment a criminal offence? Which I don't believe it is, which is kind of sad in a sense. Now, proving it, justifying it, making what sexual harassment qualifies as is a whole other topic, and I'm not going to go into that one today. But I want to plant the seed to get this idea out there, because I wanted to see if there was response in the audience, put it that way. So this is just a topic to throw out there. It's not one of my usual teachings. Yesterday and today are just detours off on my main teaching focus, just to talk about this as it's a topic that's in the news right now. So, having said that, thank you for watching this broadcast. I'm keeping it short because I actually have to be somewhere shortly. And just say thank you for watching. Again, this is my daily Facebook Lives. This is number 132 in an ongoing series of Facebook Live talks about masculine and feminine polarity, relationships, etc. And the last two have been off track because they've been about sexual harassment, which does involve what I talk about too. So, thank you for watching. You can find all my broadcasts on my business page on Facebook, Barry Selby, on my website, which is barryselby.com, under the video blog, also on YouTube, where this will be ending up later on as well. On my YouTube channel is my name, all my social media is Barry Selby. And if you have questions, thoughts, concerns about this or any other area of relationship, feel free to message me or reach out to me. I'm here to support you. Okay? Yeah, not a happy topic, but has to be talked about. All right, I'm signing off because I have to go to a meetup very shortly. All right, I'll see you later. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.